Welcome, this is a short tutorial on Wikispaces. Wikispaces is an open classroom management tool for communicating and collaboration. Um, this tool can be used to communicate with parents, teachers, and your students. It can also be used by students and teachers to collaborate with each other. So if you are looking for a tool where students are working on a project and sharing research that they find, information that they find, and organizing them in a way that's useful and manageable, this is a great tool to use that. You can also use this tool for teachers to share resources such as lesson plans, curriculum within their own department or within their building or school districts. And so to get started, all you have to do is click on Create a Wiki. Once you do that and name it, you will see it show up here. I've already gone ahead and created one. So you can see when you first go into the Wiki Spaces wiki that you just created, there are a couple different things you could do from here. So you can see it's nicely laid out into a timeline, sort of a view where you can see different events that are coming up or different events that happened, or you can see different discussions that are going on in a sort of a timeline format. Uh, to change any of the content, there's a little arrow. When you click on it, you can edit the page, you can view the history of the page. This is great if students are working on a collaborative project and you want to see how many changes they've made, who has made the changes. It gives you all of that information. You can also rename this. You can also lock it, so if you don't want anyone to make any more changes, if you're the organizer of the wiki, you can go ahead and lock this wiki. You can also export as a PDF, which is another great neat little feature. When you click on edit, it gives you a WYSIWYG, which lets you put and change information. It lets you add links, files, and widgets. Widgets have many different options. You can add a table of content, you can add videos from YouTube, you can add polls if you're collecting information. If you wanted to use this in your classroom and ask a quick question and collect data from your students, this will be another way of doing that. So it has many different widgets that you could use. Once you're done editing the content of the page, you can go ahead and click save, and which will save the changes. To add a new page, all you have to do is click on page and name it, and then click on create. So I've already added a math department page, as you can see in the side navigation, and a science department page. And so the idea behind this is to be able to use this as a way to share resources that teachers find or create. So for example, if a math teacher has found that they have this great lesson that they came up with and they want to share it with other teachers in their department or in their district, this is one place where they can go and upload their lesson plan. It's also a great way for the principal or the district administrators to put up curriculum and get feedback or make changes to curriculum as they're working through it with their teachers. You can add different files on here. You can add a discussion sort of a board where you can pose a question or ask for feedback, and there can be a discussion that goes on. Projects are similar to assignments if you're going to use this in a classroom way. You can also add events so they show up in a calendar format. This is great, especially if you have events that you want to share with parents, or if you have things that you are doing in your classroom that you want to put them in there as events. One of the great features of Wikispaces is being able to see the engagement that each of the students or each of the teachers have had within the Wikispace. So if you're using this with your students and you want to see who is engaging, who's making changes, who is saving, or if you want to see who doesn't have any activity, this is a great way to see because it will tell you by username how much activity they have had on a particular project or a particular page. Wikispaces also can be used just as a simple website, so we can go in here and change the setting to be just a basic website instead of a classroom where there's one discussion, or we can change it to having no discussions. And so in this case, it will look exactly like a website. So if you want to use this with the parents and be able to share information with the parents, this is a great way to do that. One of the features of using it as a wiki is being able to create pages and then follow the pages and get notified when there are changes that happen to the pages. So if, for example, if I'm using this with my students and I want to be notified when information is added, if if a student or a group of students working in teams have added the information, I can click on notification and get notified for that, for whenever they make page edits or add to discussion. So you can see that Wikispaces is a simple tool that lets you add uh, information and manage information for your classroom, for your teachers, or for sharing information with the parents. It's a really simple tool that is limited in functionality, but is extremely powerful in terms of how you can go in there and share information really quickly. I hope this helped you get started with Wikispaces. Um, if you haven't taken a look at it yet, I encourage you to go and create a Wikispace and see how easy it is. Thank you.